Hello everybody, I hope you are very well. My name is Andrés Felipe Espinosa Zuluaga. I'm cursing the fourth semester in Universidad Católica Oriente in a degree in foreign languages. I'm making this video to talk about an interesting book that is called Lady Killers. This book is very interesting and I really enjoyed reading this because it has an interesting topic that is not very common in our society. The chapter that I choose is called Beepers, Raya and Sakina. And in general information, in general terms, it's about two girls that with their respective husbands and two mermen used to kill prostitutes with the purpose of stealing their belongings. The main characters of this story are Raya and her husband Orabi Hassan, Sakina and her husband Mohammed Abdelali, in addition to two more men that in a perfect team performance committed the crimes with extreme facility. The story starts talking about the difficult childhood the girls had. They had several economical problems, so they had to work in jobs that they didn't enjoy. In addition, they had several familiar problems. Their father left them with their mom, and their mom didn't show them a bit of love. The time passed, and the girls started to do things that were not good. For example, stealing, and one of them started to work as prostitute. Later, they had a great idea. They decided to create a brothel in which they can earn a lot of money because the First World War was going on. Everything was going okay. They were earning money, but one day they decided to prove something else. They decided to steal the properties of one of their prostitutes, and later they killed them. All this with the help of their husbands and the two more men. But they had two problems. The first one is that they had to create the brothels in several homes, because if the police could know about this, they could be in danger. And the other one, where the bodies, they have to create a hole in the floor, put the bodies there, and move to other house. The girls killed a total of 16 women, and they used 6 houses to do it. Everything was perfect, till one day a person found a body in one of the houses that the girls used. This person informed to the police, and the police starts an exhaustive investigation, and later they can prove that the girls were using this house to this kind of things. Few time later, the 6 criminals were tried for murder and sentenced to death. For this reason, Raya and Sakina became in the first Egyptian women and be executed by the government of this country. So that was the end of the story. That was a brief summary of the story. On the other hand, the only lesson that the books give me is that we have to be very careful in the things we do, because, for example, in the book, all the girls start making things that they didn't have to do to get something material or simply hurt. This topic is very important and interesting, and I recommend it to my friends read this book, because we don't used to read books about serial killers that were women. We used to read it, but the main characters are always men. And besides, it's good to know that there are a lot of crazy views in the history of the world that made the things that we didn't know that were possible. To conclude, I could say that I don't like the violence, so this is an important thing. So I didn't like that the girls killed people, but I enjoyed reading these kind of books because it gives me and a special concentration and a special motivation to keep going, to keep reading and get a conclusion of any book that I read. So that was all. That was my book report. I hope you enjoyed it and see you next time.